So hey. Hey YouTube, so today I'm going to be talking about how I can afford to travel. So last year, in 2017, I traveled to about 8 different countries, and all my friends are like, how are you able to travel so much, and where are you getting this money from? So I just want to explain how I was able to travel so much last year, and it was like the biggest travel year of my life. It was awesome. So I went to Guam, China, Mexico, Germany, Amsterdam, well, the Netherlands, Belgium, and Jamaica, and Panama. I just want to let you guys know that I'm not one of those people who is like has a super flexible schedule. I do not have a flexible schedule, so I had to plan all of my travel ahead of time. I cannot just jump on a trip for any date. That is not how my life works. So I have like a regular 9-to-5 type job, and so I plan all of my travel like 6 months ahead of time. Most of the time, or definitely not like a month or 2 months. Like, it's usually before that. I get my stuff early, and I know when I'm leaving, what I'm doing, where I'm getting the money from, and all that stuff way ahead of time. Also, I don't chase like flight deals. You know how they have those glitch deals where you can go to like Egypt for $200. I don't have any like alerts set up for that kind of stuff. I don't sit up at night waiting for those things to come up on Twitter. I don't have email set up. I don't even look those things up anymore. I used to try, but because my schedule is not flexible, I can't just jump on any kind of flight deal. I'm also not balling. Like, I make regular money. I work for the feds. I'm not like a director of anything. I'm not in charge of people or anything. I'm like regular money, and I'm still able to go on these trips. I'll just go like from each trip and explain how I was able to afford that particular trip at the time. So the first trip, I went to Guam in March 2017, and I knew I was going to Guam like super early, like in 2016, early 2016. I knew that I was going to Guam. So I was talking to my aunt. I'm like, yo, like, I have all these things I want to do. I just need some extra money. I need like a side job or something like that. And she was like, well, you know, I have something that I have been trying to do for a really long time and that I really want to do, and I just don't have the time to do it. If you do it for me, I'll pay you. And I was like, what is it? So she told me what it was. It was generally an easy task, but it was very time consuming. She did not have the time to do it, and but it was really important to her. So what we did was we outlined everything that she wanted me to do, how much a certain amount of work would cost. We talked about when it needed to be done, how much she would pay me in total, and we signed a contract and everything, and yeah, that's how I was able to afford that particular trip. I didn't even finish the task, so I didn't even get my full amount of money, but she did pay me for the work that I did do. So basically, she ended up paying for my ticket to go to Guam. So, you know, you have to come up with some kind of side hustle, like, you know, do I braid hair? Can I paint walls? Anybody need their house painted? Like, can I build IKEA furniture? Like, who has something they need to set up? Like, you have to come up with things that people don't necessarily want to do or that they can't do, or just anything you have like a talent for. If you have a talent for something, make that a side job. If you sew, you know, you want to make some quick money, make like 5 or 6 scarves and sell them. You know, you have to be creative about what you're good at, and yeah, make that side money. So yeah, that's how I was able to buy my ticket to go to Guam. There's also a website called TaskRabbit, which is like the Uber of side jobs, if that makes sense. So I don't have a TaskRabbit account. I kind of want one, but I don't really have the time to dedicate to it. So you're actually signing up as a person to do jobs, and you can do random tasks. Like, people will put tasks on there where they want somebody to pick up their dry cleaning, or they want somebody to build their IKEA furniture for them, or just random things that they don't feel like doing or don't have the time to do, you can do for them. Pick up their groceries from the store, like random things. And yeah, you can do that and make money, and they do background checks and everything, so like to make sure that you nor the people who need tasks are like killers. Yeah, so yeah, you can do that and make money. That's a great way. I honestly really want to do it because I can go build some IKEA furniture all day. Okay, that's my thing. I can do that all day, but I don't have time. Yeah, that's also a way you can get some money in your pocket. I went to China on that same trip, and the China trip was just a layover. On the way going to Guam, we had a short layover in China. It was only like 2 hours or so. But on the way coming back from Guam, we had like a 9-hour layover. So we were able to find an excursion that was like 6 hours long. We were able to get out of the airport. We went to the Great Wall of China. It was awesome and beautiful. It started snowing. It was awesome. And then we came back to the airport and went home. Like, it was that easy. So just pick the flights where you can maximize your trip. So if you're going to Europe and you're going through Iceland, like, find flights that allow for you to have a long layover in Iceland. Go see the Blue Lagoon, maximize your time, maximize your travel time. So that was trip number 1. For trip number 2, I went to Mexico in April of 2017. I went to my friend's wedding in Mexico. It was really, really beautiful. So the way I was able to afford that trip was through credit card points. I took my mom with me as a +1, and I was able to buy both of our flights through credit card points. The credit card that I use is the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. It's the blue one, and I use that card for everything. I don't use my debit card for anything. I use my Chase card for everything. Buying a $1 pack of M&Ms from the store, I use my Chase card. Buying gas, I use my Chase card. I mean, I use it for everything. Any bills that I'm able to pay with a credit card, I use my Chase card. Because you get points for certain things. So you get 1 point per dollar for basically everything, but certain things you get 2 points on the dollar. So for when you buy food, if my food costs $5, I get 10 points. That's how it works. And if you do travel, anything travel related, if you're buying a ticket for the bus, the train, a plane, parking, Easy Pass, those things are 2 points on the dollar. So not only am I booking travel when I use my Chase card, but I'm also getting extra points for that. So I got my card in 2016, and right off the bat, when you open your card and you spend $4,000 within the first 3 months, you get an extra 50,000 points put onto your account. So that 50,000 points is equal to $625 of travel if you book through Chase. So for me to get the $4,000, because I don't really like spending money in general, so I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna spend $4,000 in 3 months, because I don't like spending money like that. So what I did was I told my dad, like, if you have any bills you need to pay, you can just use my card and give me the cash and we can work it like that. So he did that a couple times. If you know anybody who's making a big purchase on something and they have the cash for it, say like, hey, put it on my card, you just give me the money. You're getting those points and you're spending that money and getting those points at the same time. So not only are you getting 50,000 points from spending the $4,000, you're getting at least 4,000 points from spending the $4,000. So yeah. So also, when you refer the card to people, if they open a card and they get approved, you get another 10,000 points for that. When you open the card and you add an approved user, you get 5,000 points for that. It's like easy stuff you can get points for, and those points really add up to some real money. When you book through Chase Travel on your card account, you get more money than if you would just redeem those points for cash. And it's better to reserve your travel through Chase anyway, because you get all types of different trip insurances, lost luggage insurance, delayed flight insurance, like all types of different insurances, and it's really, really, really worth it. So I was able to buy her flight and my flight through Chase only using points, and I only had to pay for our hotel, which was like less than $200 because of where we were in Mexico. So it was an awesome, awesome trip for basically that much money. And we really, really enjoyed it. So the third trip I went on was to Europe in May of 2017. So back in early 2016, I was talking to my grandmother and I was telling her, like, I really, really want to go to Germany. I can't even remember why I wanted to go to Germany so bad, but I was like, I really want to go to Germany. I'm going to Germany next year. So the way I was able to afford my trip to Europe was through something called a suzu. So what a suzu is this kind of cooperative economics system where you have a group of people together and they're all putting money into a pot, and then every month somebody in that group gets that sum of money. So say you have 12 people. Each person gets a month, so everybody's assigned. One person's January, one person's February, so on and so on and so forth. And then say what you guys decide is that every month each person is going to put in $100. So there'll be a secretary and they'll collect that money. And so if everybody's putting in $100 each month that pot is $1,200. So if your month is February, the first month you're paying your $100. The second month you're not necessarily paying your $100, you're keeping it, but you're still getting the other $1,100 from everyone else. So you're actually not losing any money, because the money you're putting in, you're getting out by the end of the year. And it's really, really awesome when you have something big you want to do or big you want to spend on. When you're getting your money, you can plan out in the future for what you want to do, and you can spend your money the way you want to spend it. So with the suzu now, you want to make sure that you have some trustworthy people in your group. Don't make the amount too big if you don't feel like people are that trustworthy, or if you feel like everyone can afford that. Make it $50 a month. Even if you do $50 a month, that's still $600 each month in the pot. And that $600 is quite a bit of money, and it can definitely get you to some different countries if you want to travel internationally. If you want to travel domestically, like, you have a trip on your hands with $600, okay? Yeah, so I knew that my month was April, and I was like, I'm using my suzu money and I'm going to Europe, okay? I'm going to Germany. So I talked to one of my friends about it, and he was down to go, and I was like, bet. So we planned the travel, and we added a couple other countries onto the trip, which was awesome. So for that entire Europe trip, we went to Germany, then from Germany we went to Amsterdam, and then from Amsterdam we went to Belgium. And it was an awesome trip. I loved Germany. I'm so happy that I got a chance to go. I really loved it. I loved Amsterdam and Belgium too, but I really loved Germany. Even if you don't have money like a suzu, tax money. If you get money back on your taxes, that's money you can use to travel. Save some of it, save all of it, whatever you want to, you can use that. You could use some of that for travel. And I did that too. Some of the money that I got for my taxes, I put in my travel savings account. So, you know what I'm saying? So far, you can see all of the trips that I had been on in 2017, I didn't really come out of pocket for any of them. I got money from my aunt, used my credit card points, and then I used the suzu money from basically other people, paid for that. So, I kind of worked the system. So my next trip was Jamaica. And Jamaica was the first trip from 2017 where I actually spent my own money to go there. So I have a savings account for travel because travel is so important to me. It just makes my heart sing. So what I did was, the entire time I had been traveling, and in 2017 I wasn't really spending my own money to go on those trips, so I had been saving every paycheck. I save money to travel. It doesn't matter the amount. I have an amount that I said that I save, but it can be $5, $10, $20, whatever you have to spare. Put it in a savings account for travel. People think that travel has to be thousands and thousands of dollars. It does not. Like, you can have $200, $300 and do some amazing things. For Jamaica, I had money saved up, and I used that money for my plane tickets. And then another way we kind of cut costs on that trip was, instead of going to a resort or a hotel, my friends and I booked an Airbnb. It's much cheaper than staying in a hotel. So yeah, we did that, and it was a great trip. I love Jamaica. My father's from Jamaica, and it was my first time going there. So I had a great time. I felt like it was my long lost country. The people were amazing. The food, of course, is amazing. The atmosphere was amazing. The weather was amazing. Everything was amazing. I love Jamaica, and I can't wait to go back. So far, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trips that I've been on. I only spent my own money on one of them. And the last trip that I went on in 2017 was to Panama. my mother's from Panama. So I had been, you know, basically going every year, and this year was the first time that I was able to go as long as I did. I left for 2 weeks, and I haven't been to Panama for 2 weeks since I was in elementary school, okay? So I had a great time, and I actually saved money for that trip also. So from Jamaica to Panama, it was 6 months between those two trips. So yeah, I saved my money, and that's how I went on that trip. And I was able to cut costs, of course, in the lodging area because my family is there. So I just stayed with them, and I didn't have to pay money for that. So that trip was awesome. That's where my heart is. Yeah, so I hope this helps somebody. I hope you can see that I am not balling out the gym. I just really kind of used what I had, worked the system a little bit, and really made it happen for myself. Lastly, I just want to say that tomorrow, March 1st, I will be starting my Panapalooza, and I will be dropping a vlog from my Panama 2017 trip every other day in March. So every odd day of March, there will be a new vlog from my trip to Panama. I really hope you guys tuned in. Please subscribe and so you can get the updates on the vlogs. I vlogged my entire trip. It was very interesting, very dramatic. The dramatics, okay? Like, tune in, even from the beginning to end. Like, it is dramatic from beginning to end. Things I could not make up, things that have never happened to me before. I'm like, this must just be happening because I have a camera. There's no way that this happens in real life. So yeah, really tune in, subscribe, like, comment, share this video if you think it'll help somebody else, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.